What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Izzy. I'm a content creator on Instagram. So if you're not following me, make sure you go check out my page. My handle is @IzzyDilge and I'll link it below so you can access it really easily. Today's video is going to be about how I self-shoot my content. I have some campaigns I have to shoot and it's been miserable and gloomy in Vancouver for like the past few days. So ever since kind of COVID hit, I've been focusing on trying to be better at shooting my own content so that I don't always have to bug Chris to do it. And because we're not really allowed to see our friends, I don't really have as many photographers on hand. So in comes the tripod and the self-shooting. And I thought that it might be beneficial for you guys to see how I do it so you can try to do it yourself, because it does definitely help you out in a pinch. So keeping in mind that I am no pro at shooting my own content, I only started doing so like a few months ago when I felt like Chris really needed a break, but I still had content to create. So I haven't been doing it that long, and I haven't been super brave and adventurous enough to go to a busy public place to shoot my own content. I still feel like I need someone else to do that for me, but I'm working my way up. I've done a few outdoor shots. A few of my Hawaii looks were self-shot, and I shoot everything myself when it's indoors inside the apartment. And when we were in Lake Louise, a couple of those photos like within the room were also self-shot. So I'm gaining confidence. I want to be able to just like go anywhere with my tripod and self-shoot, but we're getting there. So to begin with the basics, I thought I would share like what equipment I use. All you need really is a tripod that has a phone holder, obviously, and a remote. If you have a ring light, that's great. If not, that's okay. Just try to shoot in better light. My tripod is very basic. I got it off Amazon, but this is all it is. It extends up to like 5 feet, I think. Here's the little phone holder. It just extends so it can fit like any size phone, and it can shoot you landscape or portrait depending on what you need. And then it's just got like the 3 little legs that extend as well. Super basic, very cheap. I will link it below. And then it has this ring light attachment at the top that I can use if I need to, but I don't often use it for photos because I feel like it makes the light turn like a funky color, but I use it for shooting YouTube videos because I still shoot those on my phone as well. So this is also very handy for that. And then this is my little remote control. It's got an iOS and an Android function on here. So if you have Android, I have iPhone, so mine's iOS, but this is just a little clicker I use. And you can just like hide it in your hand because it's pretty little and click your photos, just keeping it out of sight so that people can't see the remote. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple, easy, straightforward equipment. To turn on the Bluetooth for your remote, super easy. You probably already know this, but I'm just gonna say it anyways. So there's usually like a little button on the remote. You just turn that on, and then you go to your phone, into your settings and Bluetooth, and you'll figure out whatever the name of your remote is, and you just hit connect. And then after that, you're connected. And when you click the remote, it will automatically take a photo on your phone when you have the camera app open. Super easy. So when I self-shoot, I just try to line myself up into the middle of the screen. If there's somebody else with you in the room, like sometimes Chris will be here when I'm doing it, and I just get him to place me right in the middle, which is really handy. Not always the case, but you kind of just have to like keep trying until you get it right. The other thing I should mention is that I use the back camera of the phone. Some people use front camera because it's way easier to place yourself in those photos, and I have done that on one occasion, but the quality is never quite as good as the back camera, so that's kind of why I stick to that. But both are totally possible. Even if you wanted to start with the front camera until you kind of get used to like your own angles and stuff, and then switch to the back camera for better quality, that's probably a good way to do it. I just keep hitting the button constantly. That's how I shoot normally, even when other people are shooting me, just like constant clicking of the little remote. And as I mentioned, just trying to keep it like out of sight, the remote. So like whether it's in like a hand that's behind your back, or like if you're holding a cup or something, like having it in those hands and just like clicking away, or like if your back's turned, obviously that's an easy one. But yeah, trying to keep it out of the frame. I feel like that's the hardest part. And like for me, sometimes I get like really focused face because I'm worried about the remote showing in the photos instead of focusing on like what I look like. So pay attention to what your face looks like when you're shooting the content. Don't overthink what you're doing with the remote, and slowly but surely you will get the hang of it. So I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of what it looks like behind the scenes now. Here's my little setup for the shoot today. I just have the tripod set up, and then I'm gonna sit in that little corner chair and just kind of keep testing until I get it right. Phone will go here, obviously, keeping it kind of like level to where I'll be sitting. I might need to lower it a little bit, but you get the idea. And that's pretty much all there is to it. It's very straightforward and easy, and the more complicated aspect of it is going outside and like in more public places and doing that. So I'm working my way up to that, but I hope this little mini tutorial was helpful for you guys if you've been thinking about self-shooting your content but haven't gotten out there and started doing it yet. Make sure you follow me on Instagram so that you can check out all of my self-shot content, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another video on my YouTube channel. Till next time, guys, thanks for watching.